So yesterday in Parliament, Jacob Rees-Mogg lifted the ban on fracking in the UK. Jacob Rees-Mogg was a different rant altogether, is a man who, if he didn't have a plummy accent and spoke in, say, my accent or a Geordie accent or a Birmingham accent or a, London accent, you'd think he'd have as many brain cells as a chimpanzee, but that's a different rant anyway. Let's take the environmental aspect out of the argument altogether and just concentrate on the reasons why they claim, that's the important thing, that they're lifting this ban on fracking. Now, they're saying they want to, because of the problems in terms of gas prices, they want to frack in the UK and get gas cheaply. So the price of gas isn't set by individual countries. That's the first fact. Let's just deal with facts. That's the first fact. The price of gas isn't set by a country. So if we bring out gas in the UK, we don't then suddenly see a dramatic decrease in the European gas price. That is set, and the amount that we bring out compared to other countries in Europe will be so small in comparison that it will have, maybe it will be like half a pence, if that. It would be that so low, it would make no difference. So they're saying, though, but because we get it cheaper, we would buy it cheaper. These aren't charities. They're not publicly owned companies either. These are big money-making corporations. They are not going to sell to the British people for less than the European price. There's no incentive to do so, so therefore it will stay at the European price. So the two reasons they're claiming are wrong. They're lies. That's not debatable. This is facts. Right, this isn't opinion, this is factual information. Now, another fact is we know that Liz Truss worked twice for different energy companies, for Shell, BP, I can't remember which one it was. Sorry, I've not done my research, but that's a fact as well. So her friends, allies, for all those years within those companies belong to that sector. Very likely as well that they own shares in those companies as well, isn't it? That if you are part of that industry at that level, you're going to be part of the board and own shares. Jacob Rees-Mogg, we know, has massive portfolios of shares in investment. I'd love to see if part of those are the fracking companies. I imagine they are, and all his pals are merchant bankers as well. That's the industry he comes from, who are all invested in these companies. So it's very likely that he has these bucket portfolios of shares within that. So these are the obvious reasons that these greedy, unscrupulous, self-serving people have lifted a ban on fracking. I'm going to leave the environmental factors to someone that knows more about environmental factors than I do. But one of the arguments I've heard recently is that, well, if you build a wind farm, there'll be lorries and everything on the roads. That's true. That's undoubtedly true. But the difference is, you build a wind farm and then it's running. The lorries on the road with fracking are continuous and ongoing, non-stop. Let alone the actual damage to the earth and soil, which I know nothing about, if I'm honest. But my God, we have some unscrupulous, horrific people in charge right now. I just want you to see the lies and point out the facts of what's going on, and you can make up your own mind. But we've been taken for a ride. This is people we've put in power who are getting rich off our democracy. We voted for these people, and they're laughing at anyone that's voted for them. They're just using their vote for that. They're not listening to the constituencies, because overwhelmingly, and you can go and look yourself, every single study in every community, they don't want fracking. If I ask the people out here, would you want fracking round the corner from your house? Overwhelmingly no. And people that ring up and say that they do are just, it's nonsense, because they will until it's on their doorstep or in their local area where they go for a nice walk because it's a beautiful green area with wildlife and nature. Do you know what I'm saying? Nonsense. Anyway, rant over. Have a good day.